Hi guys, in this video we're going to do the first four tashmas. That's starting at line 15 over here and going down to line 29. Okay, with Rashi. Tashma, come in here. Pears mifuzar, in first case of our Mishnah, scattered fruits, which the Mishnah says is yeiush shelo, right? You're allowed to keep them if you find them. But halo yada denafal mine, he doesn't know that it fell from him. Nowhere does it say in the Mishnah that the owner knows that he dropped the piros. So this is a classic case of yeiush shelo midaas, right? You found it, doesn't have a siman. Owner doesn't necessarily know that he dropped it, and yet the Mishnah says you can keep it. Well, that seems to be a clear proof to Rava that yeiush shelo midaas have a yeiush. So our answer is no. Ha'amar of Ukva bar Chama, but didn't Rav Ukva bar Chama say? And this is from the Gemara in Amud Aleph. Hacha, here in the case of Peres Mufazarin, but Machnashla Dveizre or Dveidare Askinan. We're talking about the clearing out of the threshing floor, the Aveda Midasi, that it is an Aveda Midas. It's a known Aveda. He knows and made an Aveda. Let's look at Rashi right above my head. Right? The Aveda Midasi, it is an Aveda Midas. Shalom Naflu Mimanu. It's not that he fell from him. It's not that he lost it. It's not a lost item that he doesn't know about. Umidas Hanicham Hefker. Knowingly, he left them there and made them hefker, right? Peres mifuzarin, if you say the case is machnasha dveidari, there's no real yeiush there. It's that the guy, farmer Medetsky, left it behind the threshing floor and made it hefker. So he knows about it. There's no yeiush shelo midaas. He doesn't know about it yet, but he will later. No, he already made it hefker. So this is totally not relevant to the machloka between Abaye and Rava. No disproof to Abaye. Well, let's keep going, right? Next one, Tashma Ma'os Mifuzaris, Harayelu Shalo. Mishnah said that scattered money belongs to the finder. And don't tell me that there's some threshing floor of cash that people leave money behind. Of course not. This is clearly talking about Naveda. Ask the Gemara, Amai, why? Why should you, the finder, be allowed to keep it? He doesn't know that it fell from him. Again, this is a classic case of yeiush shelo midaas. The only way that you'd be allowed to keep it is if we hold like Rava. Ooh, proof to Rava. Answers the Gemara, no, Hasam Nami, there also. And we're going to scroll down and drop. Hasanami there too, not a proof to Rava. Kidarabi Yitzchak. It's like Rabbi Yitzchak, the Amar, who said, Adam asui l'mashmesh b'chiso b'chol sha'ah v'sha'ah. People check their pockets all the time, right? So Hachanami in our Mishnah also. Adam asui l'mashmesh b'chiso b'chol sha'ah v'sha'ah. People check their pockets all the time. As Tosos, Rashi, right above us again, over here. Asui l'mashmesh v'kodem shamatz ozeh noda l'ba'alim shenaflu v'no ashu, right? Before it was found already, immediately, within a couple minutes of having lost his money, right? No delavalim, it became known to the owners that they lost their money, that it fell, and they had yeiush. So because people always check their pockets all the time, the owners will have already had yeiush by the time you found it, and therefore it's not yeiush shelo midaas, it is full-on yeiush. Keep going. Tashma. Let's go down a little bit more. Tashma. Igule dvela. Circles of dried figs, vikikaros shel nachtom, and loaves of baker's bread. Haray yeiush shelo, they belong to the finder. Again, amai, why? V'halo yad nafal mineh. Same thing. The owner doesn't know that it fell from him, and therefore the only way you'd be allowed to keep it is if we're relying on future yeiush. Rava yeiush shelo midaas have yeiush. Answers Gemara, no. Hasam nami here. There also, the owner knows that he already lost it. Agav diakire, since it's heavy, made the yadabahu. He surely knows. And little point at the top, diakire kaved masa. The weight of the load that he's carrying is now lighter, right? He just dropped a loaf of bread, right? So his bag is lighter, and by the time you found it, he already had yeiush. So it's not yeiush shelo midaas, it's yeiush they already had. So even Abaye would agree that this yeiush counts. Last one of the first four tashmas, tashma uloshonos shal argaman, and tongues of purple wool, harayelu shelo. Now, there's no threshing floor for purple dyed wool, so it's not hefker, and it's not that he left this thing behind and he knowingly made it hefker, so that's out. It's not money, right? It's not cash, so people check their pockets for cash, that we know, and it's not heavy, so he didn't realize he lost it because of its weight. So why else would you be allowed to keep it if not for the fact that it has no siman and eventually he'll have yeiush? Yeiush shelo midaas, right? Amai halo yad nafal mineh. He doesn't know that it fell from him unless you rely on Rava. Okay. Hasam nami there too. Agav de chashive, since it's valuable, He feels for it. Rabbi Yitzchak. It's like the logic of Rabbi Yitzchak. Rabbi Yitzchak said about money. So here, that same logic would apply to a valuable object like Lashon Shalargaman. So again, the owner already knows that he dropped it, lost it, didn't have a simon, had yeiush by the time